Hello, my name is Elizabeth Fonga. Welcome to my week 7 assignment on proactive health communication campaign. This is my DNP 705 health communication with Dr. Clary. An overview of the presentation. The presentation will look at cannabis use disorder among young adults, the use of the screening and brief intervention referral for treatment tool, and how cannabis has accounted for a high rate of mental health issues. My county and subpopulation that is considered at risk, health crisis or health promotion issues, health theory, and multimedia presentation. Cannabis misuse is a topic of interest because of observed negative outcome of misuse in both my family and the clinical setting that I work in. I have been able to applaud the use of the screening, brief intervention, and referral for treatment tool to enable treatment and also curb misuse. In the United States, approximately 18 states have embraced cannabis legalization, reflecting a growing acceptance of its medicinal value. Advocates highlighted its benefits over opioids, but concerns persist regarding misuse. The highest rates of cannabis misuse are among young adults, with a decline observed as this cohort ages. This juxtaposition highlights the delicate balance between recognizing cannabis therapeutic potential and mitigating the risk associated with its misuse, shaping ongoing discussions on legalization nationwide. The state of Maryland, where I come from, has also legalized cannabis, permitting individuals aged 21 and older to cultivate, possess, and utilize the plant. For personal use, one can possess up to 1.5 ounces of cannabis, 12 grams of concentrated cannabis, and cannabis powder containing up to 750 milligrams strength of delta-9 THC, along with the allowance of up to 2 cannabis plants. However, illegal possession can result in fines of up to $100, reflecting efforts to regulate its use. Yet, despite these regulations, this remains a concern about cannabis abuse, particularly amongst the younger population. The multimedia campaign will be centered on my county, the Howard County. The county attained its county status in 1851 after being upgraded from a district. Named after a distinguished John Eager, a statesman, Maryland governor, and Revolutionary War officer, Howard County now boasts a population of approximately 332,311 individuals, with roughly 39% falling below the ages of 18. The historical and demographic context shapes the educational landscape for the region, guiding initiative and resources toward the diverse needs of its residents. About 11 to 15% of the population belongs to the young adults category, transitioning from lower grades where cannabis influence is notable. Targeting this demographic with education programs could empower them to combat tendencies towards cannabis use and resist peer pressure. Such initiatives play a crucial role in shaping healthier habits and choices amongst the youths. In Maryland, and more specifically in Howard County, more young males tend to use cannabis compared to females. Although the difference between genders is not notably significant, similarly, the variance in average cannabis consumption among different grade levels is relatively small. Howard County mirrors the state level proportion of cannabis use in both the male, female, and grade level comparisons. Health risk, health crisis, or health promotion issues. The misuse of cannabis, unfortunately, is linked to an increased risk of elevated levels of depression, anxiety amongst users. Those who misuse cannabis are also more likely to experience a heightened risk of suicidal thoughts. Reports have indicated that cannabis users often report feelings of increased sadness and thoughts of suicide compared to those who abstain from its use, highlighting the concerning mental health effects associated with its use. As such, the campaign would help to mitigate the health effects of cannabis misuse. The other impacts include things like reduced coordination, poor problem solving and critical thinking skills, impaired driving and high risk of accidents. There is also potential for addiction. There is also challenges performing in school and life. The theory that was chosen for this presentation on the topic is the social learning theory and health theory by Bandura. This theory was chosen because it can be utilized to comprehend how people come to acquire and maintain substance addiction behaviors when it comes to cannabis usage. The theory postulates that a group can influence behavior. It asserts that people learn through socialization and adopt behaviors to adapt or meet group status. For example, parents who use cannabis can also influence their children. Young adults associate with and acquire behaviors from peers. They become cannabis users through learning from social groups. According to the hypothesis of this theory, if drug usage leads to favorable results, such as being accepted by society, alleviating stress, or experiencing pleasure, individuals are more inclined to persist in the habit. On the other hand, if drug usage results in adverse outcome, the activity may be discouraged. On the flip side, the theory can address cannabis misuse by emphasizing their accomplishments and actions to provide an example for others to follow. It can create educational initiative that highlights the harmful effects of cannabis abuse, provides anecdotes, data, and testimonies to highlight the possible risk of cannabis misuse. It could also raise awareness about the dangers of cannabis usage and the advantages of choosing a healthy lifestyle. It can also encourage the upholding of positive social standards by fostering an atmosphere that disfavors cannabis abuse. It can employ peer-led projects and community gatherings, media campaigns to advance a cultural accountability. The multimedia campaign approach will utilize an interactive website to provide easy access to information while ensuring user anonymity. This platform will allow individuals to learn about cannabis laws, medicinal uses, and harm reduction strategies. An example of such a site is the weedmaps.com. Additionally, published online articles, blogs, and infographics will be utilized to educate the public on various aspects of cannabis, promoting informed decision-making. The campaign will also include a robust social media presence, addressing the risk associated with cannabis use, its impact on individuals. It will leverage platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube to create short informative videos. These videos will cover topics ranging from understanding cannabis laws to tips for responsible consumption. By utilizing engaging content, the campaign aims to reach a diverse audience and promote informed decision-making. The multimedia example that I will use is the benefits of the screening and brief intervention and referral for treatment tool to initiate treatment and curb cannabis misuse. Another multimedia example will incorporate the social learning theory to highlight negative effects of marijuana use and also educational initiative highlighting the harmful effects of cannabis misuse. Here are some additional resources to help address cannabis misuse in my community. And finally, my reference list. Thank you for listening. Your questions are welcome.